Hello, guys, and welcome back to the channel, Vintage Sports Card Finds. I am Paul, and I'm going to take you through a little bit of story time today. A little bit of a shorter video, but I wanted to show off some stuff that I picked up, and I didn't pick this up recently, but these were some cards I got at one point, and it kind of sparked a little bit of a collection of mine. And I'm going to take you through the story of how I got them. So, I was at a card show. And I had set up at a card show, and obviously many of you who've set up at card shows or know about card shows as a dealer, you know that it's a great opportunity to buy. Sometimes the show is better for buying or trading than it is for selling, just the way it is sometimes. But this was one of those particular times. A buddy of mine he had two tables, and he wanted to defer some of the cost of the tables, so he let me take one. And so I had set up in my case a bunch of stuff, and along with that, and I sell coins, silver and gold when I have it, but silver predominantly. What I did was I happened to bring, because I figured it's a card show, but they're collectors, so maybe somebody will have some interest in some American Silver Eagles or bullion coins. These are just 1 ounce bullion Silver Eagle coins made by the United States government. Guy comes along and he's sparked by the coins, and he says, "Hey, I was wondering if you'd like to make a trade for the silver." And I said, "Well, I'd be interested in hearing what you got to offer." One of the cards he brought in was this one, a 1973 Topps Roberto Clemente in a PSA 6. And this is Roberto Clemente's last card, and it's a beauty, and it's in really great shape. So any of you who deal in vintage know that if you're getting a 6 in cards pre-1975, you're doing okay as far as grades go. So this is kind of a big deal. If you're getting 7s and 8s, then you're really hitting it out of the park, if you will. So this is a Roberto Clemente, and it is in a excellent to mint 6. So this is one of the cards he shows me. And the other one was kind of a holy grail card for me as a kid. I never really thought I'd be able to own this card, but certainly once I started dealing in cards and selling and whatnot, it was more realistic, but it only came to fruition at this show before the pandemic. So the other card was this one, a 1960 Carl Yastrzemski rookie in VG to Excellent 4. Nice looking card, just a really nice condition on this particular card. I was really excited to get it. It's a beauty, and for 4, it presents really, really well. And this card sort of sparked my interest in putting together a run of base and all-star Yaz cards. I figured I got the biggest one out of the way. Maybe that's something I can do. But the Yaz rookie, for a guy who grew up near Boston as a lifelong Red Sox fan, this was a big deal. Now, what was the deal and how did it come together? So I had 10 American. I had 10 American Silver Eagles. They were trading for about 20 apiece. They were trading for about 20 apiece. And I looked up the comps of these cards. Again, pre-pandemic. I'm sure it's different now to some degree, but pre-pandemic, they were worth maybe about 260, 270 in the respective grades. And he was asking for the 10 Silver Eagles, which I can pretty much replace fairly easily because I have people bringing me silver all the time looking to sell. So, and I had paid a little less than the 210, obviously, because I was selling it. So he presents this idea. He's like, "I'd like to get these cards. I'd give you these cards for the 10 coins." And I said, Sounds like a deal. He threw in a couple of sweetener cards, which looked like reprints, including one of Shoeless Joe Jackson. And so we did the deal, and I was really excited. I was very excited to get the Yaz rookie. I mean, I love Clemente, but Yaz, obviously being a Red Sox fan, is much more of a big deal to me. So I was able to get the card. And then luckily in the same show, I threw those other cards into the case. And as I did these, but, and someone asked me about the Yaz rookie, but I was like, no, I'm keeping it. I just got it. But the others, I said, they're for sale. And he said he was interested in the Shoeless Joe. And I told him, I said, I think it's a reprint. He says, I don't really care. He goes, I just want it for my collection. What do you think would be a fair price? And we kind of went back and forth. But anyway, I sold the Shoeless Joe and made a little chunk of my money back. So it turned out from a good deal into a great deal as far as I was concerned. Because I don't really do a lot with reprints for the most part. So again, for me as a Sox fan, the big deal is kind of looking for these cards that when I was a kid, I would think, boy, how am I going to get, this card or how am I going to get that card, How am I going to get these different cards of guys like that I watched growing up as a kid? So like Dwight Evans, rookie, or maybe Jim Rice's rookie, because I was really collecting it in the 80s. And then, of course, guys like Yastrzemski and Williams was out of the question, not really something remotely feasible to me. But once I got the Yaz rookie, I decided to sort of start looking for some of these other cards. I really wanted an example of Williams, and I was at a show, and I picked this up. And it's a 57 tops Ted Williams, and again, VG Excellent 4. And I think I was able to pick this up for around $100, and I was thrilled. It's a genuine Ted Williams, not a rookie, but certainly a card from his playing days in the 50s, already graded. I was excited to add that to my collection. So now I've got 2 out of 3, right? I've got a Jim Rice rookie. I've got a Dwight Evans rookie and other Red Sox rookies. I've taken up this part of my collection that started out with a Red Sox binder. Any duplicate card that wasn't in one of my sets that I would throw into this Red Sox binder, and that Red Sox binder has turned into 4 Red Sox binders, and it spans from the 50s to the 2000s. And it's just, maybe one day I'll do a video kind of highlighting some of the cards in that binder, because as a Red Sox fan, and anybody who is a Red Sox fan would really appreciate looking through that book. And I think it would make for an interesting video. I'm sure people do that, team binders for their local teams, and can relate to sort of chasing some of those cards around. But as I said, once I got the Yaz rookie, I started to sort of look for other cards. And this has since taken on, I've kind of slowed down doing this because, a lot of things happened, the pandemic and a whole bunch of other stuff kind of transpired. But I was able to find some other cool examples of some Yaz cards. So this one here is a PSA 1973 Yaz in an excellent to mint 6. So you see the, obviously off center. That's the big deal with this card, because otherwise it is in really good shape. Nice surface, and sharp corners, just grossly off center on the front. But that was that one. And then there was this 1970 Sporting News All-Star card of Yaz. This one in a VG Excellent 4. Again, card presents very well. Horribly off center, miscut, but really nice example of a 1970 Carl Yastrzemski card. So, And I know, like, I can get the 80s Yazas. Heck, I could start sending them off myself to be graded if the prices ever came down to a reasonable amount. But this is a nice looking Yaz. Obviously, I could probably get a little bit of an upgrade on that one. Then this is back to some pre-70s vintage. This is a 1969 All-Star card of Yaz. This is a Sporting News Yaz. Again, beautiful card. VG, excellent 4. Again, the issue here, centering. The corners look nice. Just a centering issue on this card, as is the case with most vintage cards. So really nice Yaz from the 60s. And then his base card, again, the issue here, centering, as you can see. And most of these were eBay pickups, except for the Williams. The Williams I picked up at a show, but the Yaz's I picked up on eBay. And I kind of wait for my opportunity to pick up a Yaz at a good price. And when the opportunity presents itself, I pull the trigger on it. So this is, again, off-center, main issue with this card. And as I told you in previous videos, not a big deal for me. The centering is, obviously, if I could get a card that was beautifully centered, that's great. But as far as I'm concerned, when I'm dealing with vintage, I'm looking for surface and I'm looking for corners. Is the surface damaged? Is there a paper loss? Is there anything like that? And really, my last concern is centering. It's the last concern. Because this is how they came from Topps. And great, if I can get one that's perfectly centered, super. But, but I want to see 4 sharp corners. That's what I'm looking for when I look at cards, especially cards this old. So really excited. I was able to pick up those. But this one and the Williams, that's my beauty. Love this card, and probably be holding on to this one for a long time, or as long as I'm around anyway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Like I said, it was going to be a short video. I just wanted to highlight that story. I don't do a lot of trading, but if the ability presents itself, I certainly take advantage of trading if I think it's a good deal for me. And I try to work it out so it's a good deal for everybody all around. But if I feel like it's a good deal for me, and getting a Yaz rookie was very exciting for me, so I was totally thrilled. And then, like I said, it sparked a collection of trying to get every Yaz card I can get my hands on from his playing days graded. And that project continues. I have a lot of Yaz cards from different years that are raw, but those are probably mostly in sets, so I'm going to leave those in there. But I'm trying to do a PSA run of those, so that's something will come over time. I want to thank you again for watching. Comment which card is your favorite. Any thoughts on the trade itself and things like that. Please subscribe if you enjoy the content. And I want to thank you again for watching, and have a good weekend, guys.